That's my greatest fear in life, is I'm going to lose somebody that I love, friend, family, spouse, whatever, and I'm never going to know what happened to them.
Right.
They're just going to be missing. And I mean, there's so many missing people in the world that they've been gone for 20, 30, 40 years. 2 weeks. There are Indigenous women right now in Canada that are missing, that nobody's looking for because they're Indigenous.
It's the whole system for the Indigenous people is so screwy. Like I read this book, I think it's called A Trail of Tears, and it talks about it. It's like, so on the reservations, they have their own police.
Yes.
Right? They are their own entity completely.
Mm-hmm. Because unfortunately, our government fucked them over from day one.
Right. So they don't trust our government, so they don't allow help from our government. But the Indigenous police can't prosecute a white man. It's very much like military law. So if it happens on the base, then they can do part of the work. But if it's somebody from outside that did the damage or did the, deed, then they really can't touch that person. They can't make them pay for what they did because they have no jurisdiction for them. And that's how this is happening. And it's not Indigenous people doing it. So that's why it keeps happening, is they're the ones taking these people knowing that there's a loophole and that they're never going to get punished for it.
If they're even ever identified.
Right. Well, and I've heard plenty of stories of people that brag about it, and there's nothing anybody can do.
And the bad thing about it too is, unfortunately, some of the reservations are not the best places. They can be riddled with drugs, alcohol, domestic abuse, crime. When we went to Wyoming, there is a place in between Montana and Wyoming where we visited that is, you literally drive down a highway that is through the Indian reservation. And Tracy from the Suspended Sentence, friends that we were going to visit, she said, don't stop. Make sure you've got a full tank of gas. Make sure that your tires are good. You better not have to pee and have stuff to eat. Do not stop. Don't slow down, nothing. Because there were so many recorded cases of cars that would drive through that highway, get lost or pull off because of something. The criminal, element of that reservation, there was so many that had been killed just simply because they had to pull over for a flat tire or pull over because their kid had to pee.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the law on reservations is good, but it's also not good because it's so limited. The crime completely overruns it. And it shouldn't even be that way. This shouldn't happen. But culturally, our government created that. And it's understandable. My niece and nephew are half Blackfoot Indian. And their dad's side of the family is riddled with alcohol, drug abuse, domestic violence, sexual abuse. There's a case, and I'm going to find it, and we're going to cover it. about an Indigenous woman who hitchhiked. She was trying to go back home from town. She got picked up by a white man in a truck. And when she noticed he was going the wrong direction, she called her brother. And his voice is recorded saying, "Oh, we're just going to go here." And she kept saying, "Where are you taking me? This is not the way that you said we were going to go." "Oh, yeah, I know a shortcut. I know a shortcut." They found her body 2 weeks later. Here, he's never been caught.
Because they can't do anything about it.
And they weren't even on the reservation. It's not even they can't, they don't want to. She's less than human to them.
That's true. That's sad.
Where are we by? We're just heading south of Beaumont, or north of Beaumont. We're heading north of Beaumont. No, where are we going? No, we're good. Are you kidding me? You better not be taking me anywhere I don't want to go. I want to go into the city. Jeez. Yo, we're not going to the city, are we? No, we're not. Yeah. So where are these roads going to? 50th Street. 50th Street. Are you sure? Absolutely. Yo, where are we going? 50th Street. 50th Street? 50th Street. East, right? East. Over town. Valley.
Early on Wednesday presents No More Stolen Sisters. An in-depth look into some of the tragic cases of missing and murdered Indigenous women and a cry for justice for our Indigenous sisters. Coming soon.